This short video is a guide to best practice in storing chemicals safely. So firstly, best practice doesn't need to be fancy or expensive. The goals are to keep people safe when handling chemicals and prevent accidents that might impact both people and the environment. This simple tin shed at a community college is a perfect example of a basic storage setup that ticks all the boxes. The shed is fire and weather resistant. It is also in the shade, so it remains cooler on hot days. The solid walls block UV rays, which can cause some chemicals to react. On the roof, a rotating fan provides ventilation. It will also draw out any fumes from leaks or spills, preventing a potentially dangerous buildup of gases. The shed is lockable and remains locked, except when in use. On the outside, clear signage indicates the shed contains chemicals and alerts people to potential hazards. An emergency plan should be mounted on a wall and clearly visible. Just outside the shed, there is a shower and an eye wash for accidental exposure or spills. A fire extinguisher is on hand on a nearby wall. Inside the shed, hazardous chemicals are stored inside a lockable cupboard. This cupboard is bunded, which means it has a sealed collection area at the base to contain any spills. If you have a large volume of chemicals, the floor should be bunded too. In this case, the non-slip floor is made from concrete, and there are spill kits on hand to capture any liquid spills. These metal shelves are ideal for storing larger containers. It is critical to keep chemicals in their original containers. Never decant them into other vessels, especially those used for food and drink. Using drink bottles to store leftover chemicals is a leading cause of accidental poisoning. Elevate application equipment off the floor to avoid accidental knocks and spills and for ease of handling. Your shed will need good lighting so you can easily identify products. And note how these chemicals are all facing the front and clearly visible. It is good practice to separate chemicals into their different categories. For instance, keep pesticides and fungicides away from herbicides to avoid contamination. Finally, it's important to store PPE such as safety goggles, masks, and protective suits in a different location. This prevents contamination and ensures that you and others are fully protected before handling any chemicals.